What's up guys, it's Roto here and welcome back to yet another amazing video on the channel. So for today I got you a brand new deck profile that is, of course, as you read from the title, a Nepthys deck profile. Now I don't think this deck has the highest ceiling and I don't think this deck is a rogue deck this format, but let me tell you what, it has the ability to get a lot of level 2s onto the board very quickly, which is why I'm going to be giving you a pure profile, but I will be advocating that you should definitely be testing this deck out with splites. If anyone can test this deck out with splites, please do let me know how it goes, because you can get easily 3 to 4 level 2s on the board without conducting your normal summon. Now without any further ado, if you do like this type of content, make sure you do leave a like and subscribe down below. We're also every day now on YouTube Shorts. Make sure you check out what I am doing over there. And without any further ado, let's get straight into the video. So starting off with the deck profile here, we have the best Nepthys card that there is. Hands down, it is triple of the Conductor of Nepthys. If you guys don't know what this card does, is when it is ritual summoned, it has the ability to ritual summon from the deck without using any materials, just basically a special summon, which is considered a ritual summon, any other Nepthys monster from your deck. That is absolutely crazy, and why I think this deck actually has a lot of synergy with Splite, because it gives you the ability to get 3 level 2s on the board with just this one ritual summon. So of course, one of the best targets of the Conductor is the Devotee of Nepthys. Now on ritual summon, what this card does is it specials you a Nepthys monster from your deck. It is destroyed during the end phase, but it will never get that far usually. So with the Conductor, you usually get your Nepthys, your Devotee of Nepthys, which then gives you another level 2, which allows you to start your plays. But if you aren't going to be getting your Devotee of Nepthys, we actually do also play 2 of the Cerulean Sacred Phoenix of Nepthys. Now, usually this card is a bit annoying to get out because of its level, but with the Conductor effect, you can basically just ritual summon it out the deck for free, and it has quite good effects when you are going second, in terms of during the main phase, destroy Nepthys cards in your hand face up on the field, and it destroys an equal number of cards on the field. It doesn't target, so that's kind of cool. And if it is, destroyed by battle of card effect during the next standby phase, it does indeed come back. And of course, Conductor also has the effect of when it is destroyed during the standby phase, it can blow up cards, Nepthys cards from your deck, which triggers them during the standby phase. For your other ritual support, we're playing double of the Cyber Angel Ben 10 and the 1 of your Incantation ritual. Now Ben 10 gives you access to Light Fairies, which I'll be showing you later on in the main deck. And this Incantation ritual is a searchable way to kickstart your Incantation engine. So I think that is very standard to play it in a ritual deck, because the Incantations give this deck a lot of advantage and put a lot of bodies on the board and allow you to really get your plays going. And of course, Ben 10, we know how oppressive he is from the Drytron days. So that is it for the ritual monsters. Moving on to the actual main deck here, we have double of the Disciple of Nepthys. This is basically a rota. You have to blow up a card in your hand to do so, which is why I think the second effect is actually better. If you just send it from the main deck to the grave of the Conductor, since it was destroyed during the standby phase, it adds you your ritual spell, which is a free +1. So that's why I'm playing 2 Disciple. I'm also playing 2 Matriarch. This basically is the Monster Reborn for the archetype, gives you 2 level 2s on the board. And then we have Defender of Nepthys, which special summons a Nepthys at your hand, usually another level 2. So you do get a lot of level 2s on the board. And as I said, if you do want to be seeing a Splite Nepthys deck profile, do let me know. I feel like this deck isn't actually too bad with Splite. It can abuse the level 2 factor a lot. So, and then for the last Nepthys monster, we have the Sacred Phoenix of Nepthys. This card is just an iconic card really, and this card is what sort of inspired this entire archetype to be made. If you don't know what it does, is during the standby phase after it was destroyed by a card effect, it will special summon itself during your standby phase and destroy all the back row on the field that your opponent controls. So it's like a feather duster really. And it's kind of cool, and it's really searchable in a deck like this. So we are playing one of it, not more, because it does become a bit of a brick. For your non-Nepthys monsters, we're playing double of the Incantation Candle. This is basically just gives you access to your ritual spell. You have the Talismandra, it gives you access to your monster, and of course they just tag into each other. We have the 1 Bookstone and then the 1 Pencil Plume. I feel like this is quite standard for incantations, and they get you a lot of bodies on the board. Remember guys, you can special summon from the extra deck as long as these guys are no longer on the field. While they are on the field, you cannot special summon from the extra deck, but as soon as they leave guys, that restriction goes away. It's only tied to the monsters while they're on the field. I feel like a lot of people just assume you can't use the extra deck at all once you summon these guys. That's not true. As long as they're on the field, you can't, but once to get rid of them, for example for tributes or for ritual fodder, you can use your extra deck again. For the normal summons of the deck here, we have triple of the Manju, which again is searchable off the Ben 10, and then the alternate win condition the deck has in Vanity's Ruler. So I've had a lot of success with Vanity's Ruler since it's a light fairy of Ben 10. You tribute your Ben 10 for a ritual summon and basically search you the Vanity Ruler, and then as soon as you get 2 bodies on the board, usually your incantations, after they've used the effect, you tribute them off of your Vanity's Ruler, and that allows you to use your extra deck again. As for Manju, it's basically just a searchable rotor. In a way, it gives you access to any ritual monster or spell, and you can search it with Ben 10 as well. So in some hands where you don't want the ruler or you can't use the ruler because you need your normal summon Manju, you can always search it with the Ben 10. And this ratio has been working really well for me. Moving on to the ritual spells, we of course have triple of the Nepthys rebuff, or rebuff of Nepthys, which is their ritual spell. It doesn't do anything crazy, just if you use Cerulean Sacred Phoenix of Nepthys or Devotee of Nepthys, you can also destroy 1 card in the field and that doesn't target, so it's kind of nice. And of course we have the Incantation Ritual spell, which again just allows you to keep the Incantation engine going, and these are the only 4 ritual spells we play in the deck. I feel like 4 is enough, very accessible, and you can grab them back from the graveyard as well. So of course for a ritual deck we're going to be playing triple pre-preparation of rites, a really cool +1, grabs your ritual spell, ritual monster and the ritual spell that is listed from the deck or the grave on the card's text, so that's really cool, and just a +1 essentially, which is really cool. We have triple of the preparation of rites. This adds you a ritual monster and a ritual spell that is in the grave if you have one, so it can potentially be a +1. But with these 6 cards, it makes seeing your ritual monsters very consistent and basically pushes the deck in terms of being able to break boards and stuff, because you are getting a lot of card advantage with these cards. And as you see, we don't play any hand traps, so we are just playing of course triple of the Dark Ruler no more. I feel like if you aren't going to be playing hand traps in a deck like this, you don't really have the space, you just play the best board breaker at the moment, which is triple Dark Ruler no more. So that is the main deck, guys. It is 40 cards, and we'll be moving on to the extra deck. Moving on to the extra deck, for our Link 4s, we of course have the Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess. As I said, this deck does get a lot of bodies onto the field very easily, allowing you to make 3 or 4 negate Appaloosas, which is very nice. We have the 1 access code talker. This is basically for going second to help you just OTK people and push through boards. It's essential in a deck like this, I'd say. Rogue, not even rogue, just a deck like this sort of needs a win condition going second, and that's what access code is. 1 Nepthys Sacred Flame. This is sort of like the built-in towers that the deck has. It can go up to 4,800 attack, and it won't be able to be destroyed by battle or card effects or targeted, and it sort of gives battle protection for your other Nepthys monsters as well. So if you can sort of simplify the game state, this card can be a big pain to get rid of, and of course it's very big, and you can just attack over things and hopefully win the game from there. For another Link 3, I have Ningirsu, the World Chalice Warrior. Just things that can't be targeted, can't be destroyed, and can't be destroyed by battle. Basically, you make Ningirsu and you out them. This is just an out for like monsters that are a pain to get rid of. For example, it would be able to get rid of Nepthys because it doesn't target and it doesn't destroy. So that's why we're playing Ningirsu. And again, you get a lot of monsters on the board, so it's quite easy to get 2 links. We have 1, the Desperate Doom Eagle. If you haven't realized, all of the little Nepthys monsters are actually winds, which gives you the ability to make Desperate Doom Eagle, which against Tillaments is actually really nice. The ability to shuffle it back into the deck shuts off their fusion summon, essentially. And it's quite cool, and it can get very big as well with 4,800 attack. Nightmare Unicorn. Let's just get it out of the way. We're also playing the IP Masquerena as well, so this package is very nice. And when you are link climbing into your access code, Unicorn is just something else on the way that you can use to bait out a disruption. And IP into Unicorn during your opponent's turn is still very strong as well, so that's why we're playing them. We have double of the Nepthys, the Sacred Preserver. This card is actually insane. It's sort of like a preparation of rites as well in a way. It has the ability to add you a level 8 Nepthys monster, or a level 8 winged beast, which is a Nepthys monster. You can either add the ritual or the OG, and then grabs you a ritual spell out of the graveyard as well. So that is really nice. It has an extra effect which doesn't really come up, where you can destroy Nepthys monster card points to and special summon a different Nepthys from the grave, and that would actually proc them during the standby phase, but that effect doesn't really come up too much. But I do suggest that you do play 2 of them because they do come up quite often. We're playing 1 Cross Sheep, just draw power again for a ritual. If you don't know Cross Sheep, when used for the ritual effect, draws you 2 cards and you discard 2 cards. So just another way, I guess, of seeing Vanity's Ruler as well if you really need that. And yeah, be very useful. We have the one Nightmare Phoenix and the one Great Fly. Great Fly is just here because, again, wind, and helps you link climb into your Desperate Doom Eagle, but also gives attack. I don't know if that'll ever come up, and if it is destroyed, you get a wind monster back from your grave. And again, Nightmare Phoenix is just waste out problematic cards like Floodgates and stuff like that, so and that's why we're playing it. And for the Xyz monsters, we are playing the one Sky Cavalry Centuria. This is a Downed Magician and a Zeus. I apologize for the proxies as I do not own these cards at the moment. But as I said, the level 2 potential in this deck is insane. You could easily take out a few of these links and play more good rank 2s, like that Digin card, which is a rank 2, which negates monsters' effects in the hand as well. Protects you from Nibiru. But for now, I'm playing the one Sky Cavalry, the Downed, and the Zeus. And you know, Zeus is insane and can easily take over a game if you let it. So, apart from the deck profile, I thought I'd be showing you a cool little combo that you can do with the deck. It requires these 3 cards. It can also have a bunch of different variations, but to keep it simple, these are the 3 cards you will need, and you'll be able to end with a oppressive Floodgate and a lot of follow-up during your next turn. So, let's assume you just have 3 cards in your hand for this combo. So we're going to activate Rebirth of Nepthys. We're going to tribute off the Ben 10 for the Ritual Summon of the Conductor. Now we got Chainlink 1 of the Conductor and Chainlink 2 Ben 10. We're going to grab ourselves our Vanity Ruler and special summon our Devotee of Nepthys. Since it was considered a ritual summon, Devotee will activate and it will be able to special summon you your Disciple of Nepthys from the deck. Now what you do is you simply link these 2 guys off and you make your Nepthys Preserver, which is here. You use its effect, it grabs you a level 8 from your deck and the ritual spell back to your hand. Now you can do Disciple effect and you can pitch your ritual spell, and this gives you the ability to search for your Matriarch of Nepthys. And now as well you can use your Devotee of Nepthys effect to basically destroy 1 card in your hand, so your Sacred Phoenix. Special summon it. That will trigger the Sacred Phoenix to come back during the standby phase and blow up all the back row in the field. And this card, when it is normal summoned, you can destroy a card and it special summons you a Nepthys out of the grave. So you do have follow-up, and now what you do is you just tribute these 2 to your Vanity Ruler. And that is basically the 3-card combo. Of course, if you have incantations, you can tribute some of the incantations instead and then go into Link Climb, Appaloosa, etc. But this is just a very basic bare bones 3-card combo. There's loads of different ways of doing combos with this deck. I just showed you one of the most basic ones to show you that Vanity's Ruler is very accessible in this deck. And of course, if you have more bodies, you can link climb from him into the Link 3 or into Appaloosa, access code, whatever you need, depending on the situation. So that's the end of the deck profile and combo, guys. I thought I'd throw in a combo to show you guys just what this deck is capable of with 3 cards. You end up with a lock and a lot of follow-up for next turn. So make sure you do leave your comments down below, leave a like and subscribe if you are new. I'd like to see anyone who has played Nepthys before. I don't think there will be a lot of people, but again, I think it's a deck that at least could see some integration with splites, and it could end up being quite a fun deck to play. That thing to do, I am Rogue here, and I will catch you all in the next video.
It's time! Let's go!